Hi, and welcome back. Chapter 1, Part 2. Data refers to individual facts or pieces of information, and information refers to data or facts that are assembled and analyzed to add usefulness for anyone. For example, a single high-temperature reading of an incoming patient at Patient First, or a 24-hour walk-in clinic, around here we call them urgent cares, is one piece of data. But entered into the patient records information system and combined with the patient's other symptoms and previous medical records, it becomes far more valuable as a diagnostic tool. Even more value can be obtained from this one temperature reading by aggregating it with data from other patients entering the clinic that week. Tables and charts constructed from these data, analyzed by geographic region, may indicate a flu epidemic, or the first signs of a pandemic emergency. As information from many clinic, emergency rooms, and doctors' offices pour in, and public health staff at the Center for Disease Control analyze maps, patient diagnosis, and many other facts, a pattern may emerge that leads to swift action. Information can be further refined, analyzed, and combined to make it even more useful and valuable as actionable knowledge. 3 characteristics stand out that contribute to making some information very valuable. Timeliness matters a great deal in some settings, and real-time information often costs more. For example, people pay monthly fees to financial service companies to get up-to-the-minute stock prices, rather than delayed price reports shown on free stock tickers. Accuracy may seem like an obvious attribute for valuable information, but there actually are degrees of accuracy. The more accurate you want the information to be, the longer it may take to get it, making extreme accuracy a trade-off of timeliness. An information system brings together 4 critical components to collect, process, manage, analyze, and distribute information: people, technology, processes, and data. We will now discuss each of these components individually. The design, development, launch, and maintenance of any information system involves teams of people. The human element plays a crucial role in the success or failure of most information systems. Leaders may be first to conceive the strategic objective the system will achieve and weigh the pros and cons, costs and benefits. Managers and staff from any department in the organization participate on teams with technologists to design the details of a system or evaluate commercial systems that may be purchased. The information technology team works closely with staff in other functional areas to launch user-friendly, people-oriented systems. Many systems draw from a much wider pool of people, involving users as contributors and developers, not just consumers or clients. User-generated content, also called UGC, makes up most of the information in systems such as eBay, Craigslist, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Wikipedia, and many other sources you're also familiar with. Some corporations, such as Intuit, who makes TurboTax software, also involve users in online forums related to the product. Technology. Information technology, also called IT, covered in Chapter 3 later on in the semester, includes hardware, software, and telecommunications. The servers in Google's windowless data centers are examples of hardware, along with all the desktop computers, laptops, netbooks, cell phones, navigation devices, digital cameras, camcorders, personal digital assistants, and barcode scanners. Software ranges widely from the code needed to boot up a computer to very sophisticated programs with artificial intelligence and their own learning capabilities. The Internet and the World Wide Web unleashed an explosion of software creativity, transforming businesses around the globe. Organizations can create applications that their partners, suppliers, and customers can access wherever they are, eliminating boundaries that once existed. The main role of telecommunications is to move electronic signals from one place to another, properly route traffic, and provide various services to improve transmission speeds, eliminate noise, increase security, or analyze traffic patterns. Various kinds of wires appear in much of the infrastructure, including orange fiber optic cables and coaxial cables used by cable TV companies. If you have cable, you will know what I'm talking about. And the slender copper telephone wiring common in homes. Wireless transmission is increasingly favored because of its flexibility and reduced costs, although speeds still lag. Processes. A business process is a set of activities designed to achieve a task, and organizations implement information systems to support, streamline, and sometimes eliminate business processes. The nuances of processes and their steps are affected by thousands of decisions people make, and these are influenced by human motivations and the way people look at a process and process improvements. Some organizations try to design systems that just reproduce what employees are doing, thereby reducing labor. However, a closer look at the process might lead to a far more radical change. Business Process Management, BPM, is the field that focuses on designing, optimizing, and streamlining processes, taking into account the human element. Analysts look at processes from many different angles to weigh input from all stakeholders, suggest innovative approaches that leverage the power of information systems, and propose tweaks at every step. Efforts to manage business processes also consider the overall organizational culture and its approach to information systems. Business processes and organizational policies must be reviewed frequently because circumstances change quickly. Data is the raw ingredient for every information system, and these raw facts can present themselves in an enormous variety of shapes and forms. Regardless of its initial form, incoming data is converted into digital format, which allows it to be integrated into information systems, read by the computer programs, and shared across systems.